recently we learned or continued to learn numbers. You know numbers 1 through 30, and today I'm going to show you numbers 31 through 100. We're not going to count all the way up, but I am just going to show you a couple tips and tricks. Remember a couple things we talked about in class. Your palm orientation should remain out from now on. You no longer have to flip your palm back and forth like we did with numbers 1 through 15. And truly, these larger numbers, they should not intimidate you. And they are there. You just have to use those smaller digits or those base digits and put them together to make the bigger numbers, like 43 or 56 or 81. You're just putting those base numbers together to make the bigger digits. So if you know those base numbers 1 through 10, you should be good with these larger numbers. Let's start with a couple of numbers that I showed in class, starting with the double digits. So remember all double digits, 22, 33, 44, etc. They are tapped like the sign restroom from your non-dominant side to your dominant side. Okay, all the way up to 99. The second concept we talked about were called rock and roll numbers or flip-flop numbers. These are numbers in which both the digits contain a 6, 7, 8, or 9 number. To perform this rock and roll concept, you have to take the smaller of the two digits and turn it down and rock and roll or flip-flop the larger of the two digits up. So for example, if I had or wanted to sign 78, the smaller of the two numbers is 7. So I start with the 7 turned down. I flip-flop the 8 in an upward direction. Okay, but let's say my number is 98, where I'm starting with the larger digit on top. Same concept, start with the 9, flip-flop the 8 downward. Again, this concept can only be applied to numbers with both digits being 6, 7, 8, or 9. I could not or will not do that for 65. Okay, it doesn't work. Or 65. Okay, it doesn't work. So both digits, 6, 7, 8, and 9, those again are called the rock and roll or the flip-flop. You'll hear them called both. Okay. Last number we learned is the sign for 100. It is 1 and then the Roman numeral, the letter C. We borrow the C hand shape. So 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C. That could be 100, 200, 300, 400, etc. For a little more casual signing, you will see signers use the X hand shape, this bent hand, so it's a little quicker and faster. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, etc. Okay, and we stopped at there. So technically you should be able to count up to or sign 900 or 999. Okay, so try some of those bigger numbers and practice them on your own.